Hello, I'm Gary Sundin from the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources. Our project is titled Collaborative Development of Novel Remote Sensing Workflows for Assessing Oyster Reef Structural and Demographic Characteristics to Inform Management and Restoration. Our team includes managers and researchers from state and federal agencies and academic institutions, as well as a host of biologists and technicians not listed here. Last fall, we were excited to learn that we were selected for funding by NOAA's NERRS Science Collaborative to work on a project spanning 5 of the National Estuarine Research Reserves in the Southeast, highlighted on the left, from the North Carolina NERR in the north to the GTM Reserve in the south. This project will develop standardized workflows to assess the structural and demographic characteristics of intertidal oyster reefs to inform both management and restoration practices across the region. I look forward to our group sharing more on this project over the course of the next 2 years. Intertidal oyster reefs play a critical role in southeastern U.S. ecosystems, where they improve estuarine water quality, provide habitat, support fisheries, and protect shorelines. In much of their range, oysters have suffered population declines due to habitat alteration, disease, and harvest pressure. These pressures on these resources will only continue to increase. Those tasked with managing intertidal oyster reefs need affordable, non-destructive methods to monitor and assess oyster reefs at useful scales that will allow them to efficiently allocate scarce resources on the landscape, target restoration and habitat protection efforts, and manage recreational and commercial harvest activities. These methods need to reflect the ability of managers to assess the structure and condition of oyster reefs and to detect changes to reefs over time. This project is using small uncrewed aerial vehicles, or drones, to map oyster reefs across a variety of management regimes in each state. Ground truth data will be collected at the same time that the flights are completed, including data on the demographics and coverage of oysters and GPS data on the shape and elevation of each reef. These data will be used to develop and test a number of oyster reef metrics. Oyster managers and researchers in each state are being actively engaged through regular meetings to determine research locations and to identify the most important metrics to develop. Top metrics were identified through a user survey and written into the field protocol. Because drone data are relatively time-consuming to produce, having each participating NERR develop their own products using a set protocol provides a larger pooled sample than any one reserve could develop alone. This effort will establish approachable protocols and workflows for using drones to collect imagery and for processing that imagery to create GIS products that managers and practitioners can use to assess oyster reef structure and quality. This will allow the assessment of relative reef quality as well as the detection of changes over time. A special training workshop will be provided to instruct users on the methods developed by the project.